Well, hello, campers and bushcrafters. Donnie Pavlini, Outdoors here on YouTube. Well, I want to first of all begin with saying a word of thanks to Mr. Tom Chitwood. I got a brand new saw here. I like it. Mighty nice. It's the Fisker's folding saw, the smaller version. Thank you, Tom. You're a class guy, buddy. Friend to everybody. Hell yeah. And I'm going to do a little fire making today, a little bow drilling. And came about as a result of a challenge from my friend Ranger Kookie, Mr. Sean Boland. Well, he put a little challenge out. His creative video, really in essence, it's why did you start doing videos on YouTube? Well, it's a good question, and this is why I did it. I wanted to reconnect with my childhood. At 51 years old, fixing to be 51 years old, I realized that I'd lost touch with a lot of things that I grew up doing, chasing that almighty dollar, just working. I was a workaholic, and it got me pretty much a broken down body and half a mind, and I wanted to slow things down a bit, so I got back into what I did when I was younger, which was playing in the woods, just playing in the woods. I've always played in the woods. And so anyway, I started watching YouTube videos, and I was also exposed to some things on the Discovery Channel with dual survival, and man, I just thought that was awesome. And some of the techniques and stuff that they used, this primitive stuff, because man, I loved all that. I loved all that stuff, man. I stayed in the woods all the time. The shelters that I see people building, natural shelters, very similar to the stuff that I made when I was a kid. With the exception of I didn't know how to waterproof things properly. My shelters always leaked. But anyway, enough about that. Another reason why I wanted to get into making YouTube videos was because I just wanted to connect with people that have similar interests. So that's why I did. So Sean, Ranger Kookie, Boland, my friend, thank you for issuing this challenge to me. Glad to do it. And in the spirit of that, I'm going to do a little primitive fire making. A lot of, hell, I've been making fires on YouTube, seems like a lot here lately, but this is kind of what we do. It kind of, sort of at the root of everything, seems like, of camping and bushcrafting, is making fire out of, from a primitive standpoint. So anyway, we're going to do a little bow drilling and showing you how to make some things, spindles and so forth, and just discuss it a little bit. So hang on tight, guys. We'll take a look. Spindle itself. Now, as you can see, looky here what I got. Thanks to Mr. Tom Chitwood, I am a winner because he said so. I won this in Tom's giveaway. Much thank you, Tom. Anyway, use that to, what we're going to do, we're going to try to make a spindle. And this thing is about between 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch in diameter. It's fairly straight, not perfectly straight, okay? But it's straight enough to make the spindle. So what I'm going to do is square this off. I love this saw because this saw cuts fine. It's not a wood ripper, it's more of a detail saw. Anyway, that's a good deal, Pawpaw. Now, another thing I'm going to do, of course, the part that's going to fit into the socket of my bearing block, I'm going to want to get it pretty daggum pointy to minimize the friction from the rotation. Okay, And conversely, on the end that's going to go into my hearth board, I want it pretty wide to maximize the friction. Okay? I want it just pointed enough to where it works with the divot. I guess you guys see I'm using my SCHF 37 knife that I love, 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 love. Thank you, Schrade. Thank you, Schrade. Making good tools affordable. But I love me some SCHF 37. And in a minute, you're really going to see a good use for this knife. So this is what I have so far. Slightly rounded off in there, and then pointed on this side. Now, for any of you Schrade lovers, or any of you Schrade haters, you can't argue with the success about what I'm fixing to do here. Alright, I got to take this bark off, okay? Well, guess what's the best tool that I've ever found to do it with? It's the Schrade SCHF 37. This is just how quick it goes. It's like grating a carrot. The choil in this knife is just dynamite. That's the best feature, I think, of this knife, is this choil, this finger choil. It works great with Maya dust. As you can see, if I had some fat wood here, I'd be in Maya dust business. But I'm removing this bark, and I'm not cutting into the wood. I'm not removing the material that I need. Here we go. You get the idea? See how it leaves the roundness of the stick intact? It's all there. I'm gonna need that. And this is what you get, the finished spindle. Not too bad, not too shabby. Works great. Little Bowdrill kit that I made. This is where I'm burning in. I actually got one cherry off of it right here. You notice that my notch comes a full halfway in instead of a quarter of the way or whatever. I got a halfway into this notch. This is pine. It's yellow pine. Took my axe, believe it or not, if you look you can see the tool marks. What I'm going to try to do right now is see if we can get a little fire going, and I've got a little tinder bundle made out of jute twine, and I've got some concerns about the jute twine more than anything because it was kind of damp. Let's see if we can get out of this. Give this a shot. I'm not getting in a huge hurry. I'm not pressing down too much. Just want to get some friction going. I'm more concerned with RPMs right now, generating heat, than downforce. Got a little bit of smoke going. Ever so slight amount of smoke building. Got some dust coming out. More smoke. Whoa, shit. That do happen sometime. That sucks. Didn't have my eye on the ball. We'll start over again. It happens. Don't get upset. Son of a bitch. Make sure your rope's good and tight, your string's tight on your boat. Proper form is critical to this. some more smoke. Faster. Now, this is where you take your time. Don't get in a hurry here. Not too much oxygen right now. Now I'm going to separate the coal. Hopefully we've got a coal. And we do. See if we can. And there we go. There's our cherry. See if we can blow it into flame. I have doubts about this jute twine. I left it outside. We'll see. Semi-dry. Woo, finally. There we go. Fairly easy Bowdrill fire made from southern pine. Again, what I think is critical to success is a deep enough groove. People don't groove in deep enough. I go halfway for this type of wood. Now other woods may be different. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that nice? Okay, so we looked at the way that I make a fire using a Bowdrill, and let's mark the major difference with what you're going to see on a lot of other videos, okay? Because we've seen a lot of them. The major difference with the way that my approach is the depth of my pie shape that I cut out. It's not a little bit. It's halfway. It's a full 50% of that divot hole. For this, where I'm located, and this type of wood, southern yellow pine, it's a good fit. I'm not saying it's the thing to do if you're in Canada or if you're in the UK or anywhere else. But down here, where we have southern yellow pine in abundance, which is what you're going to need if you need to start an emergency fire using a very primitive method, a friction fire like this, it's a good option. So thanks for watching, and Ranger Kooky again, my buddy, thank you for issuing the challenge, Mr. Tom Chitwood. Guys, go check both of these guys out on YouTube. You'll enjoy it. It's a blast. They're great people. And from Donnie Pavlini Outdoors, we'll see you next time. Take care.